Libra, what's good? I'm your wild and free high priest, chillin'. My name's Armando. This is the message for the Libra Sun and Rising Collective. Attuned to the full moon in Aries. Regardless of your natal placement, this may resonate with you. I strongly suggest that you take only what does. Hit like if it does resonate. Leave the rest to the rest. This may be about you, them, or everyone involved. This may be about the present or past or the future indeed. We ask our guides of the highest, most brilliant, divine white light protect us, me, you, as I channel and interpret for your Libra divine. So getting all our heat. Is it hot in here? It's getting hot in the kitchen. Disconnecting, leaving behind. It's ways of doing the energetic exchange, the takeaway, what you give and what you get, looking at all those aspects of working, giving, owning, inheriting. You could be experiencing like a restart or refresh, even if it's just mentally, but a lot of this is about your self-worth, like leading yourself, viewing yourself as a leader, in a new way or a new manner. Relationships can be changing. Your job, your work, your career can be changing after graduation. So there is a graduation point. There's still a little bit to gain. What can add? What can you give credit to that actually adds to your value? If that may be too abstract, but sort of like having gratitude for what you've learned removes a block and actually sort of relieves the mind and allows you to recognize that you know much more than you suppose. And it could be sort of Uranian in that it's instantaneous or overnight sort of thing. Let's get a number for you. Libra, thank you for being here. I honor you. I honor our energetic exchange. Okay, you have 9, 0, 7. Let's see. One card for the Libra collective for the full moon in Aries. Okay, you're talking, right? You're talking. Here we have 0. Okay, 0 and 9. Cool. Just like the Virgo and collective, except they had 0 and 7. You have 0. So an abrupt, it's like from one day to the next. Overnight express and overnight change. Unlocking, seeing it's the ending and then being in between. There is a lot to say about endings in general. But what does that bring in? What have you called in? And maybe in this moment you are being tasked with calling in understanding of what has happened. This is rebuild after loss, right? Earthquake, it already happened. So devastation. 0 can be tough. I apologize. I'm still recovering from my allergy cold. My throat gets so locked up. Earthquake. After devastation, okay, you're rebuilding. That's what you're being asked and tasked with, rebuild. This is a brand new start. So I think it was a lot about relationships for you. I think maybe even you could be leaving someone. So trust that this shift is meant for you. You've made a good decision. Okay, for the Libra collective. We have spiritual cleansing, so the release, right? 50. And then we have growth. Very spiritual, very karmic timing for you this full moon is illuminating the relationship that isn't working, and you could have already made the choice or the decision, and now it's rolling it out and acting, effectively achieving, leaving it behind, growing and continuing to spiral up. Okay, through spiritual cleansing. So a bath, it could be a hot bath, it could be hot springs, that sort of thing. Salt cleanse, salt bath, smoke cleanse, smudging, going to see like a shaman or a doctor, witch doctor, to help you to remove any residual energy like blocks. Don't forget to call in. That's your task. Did we not say that? The castle. This gives me 9 of Pentacles, Venus and Virgo, restarting, refresh. What can you take away? A small, unassuming, inconspicuous takeaway that results in a big understanding. 43, the castle. Happy birthday, Libra. Okay, on your way to 50, I suppose, or beyond 50. Yeah. This marks that new Venusian cycle for you. Okay, this one wants to, the seed, yeah, what are you planting? Don't forget that in the ending comes the beginning. So you do, while you want to mourn and grieve properly, you are still asked to look ahead, look forward. This is you planting the seed to a new beginning. 66. Wow. There you go. A new relationship. Looking at relationships differently. There's freedom in this. Perhaps you felt very held back. And so it needed to be, you needed to break out, which is the earthquake, the devastation point. So it doesn't have to necessarily be a natural disaster, but it could feel like you had to break through, break the walls. And this levels you the self-respect, self-trust, self-value, the value, how you see your value, you're seeing it rise, okay? The origin being that this was only permitting a certain level of, yes, again, it was diminishing in value you were able to see, which help you to determine. This moon does reflect a lot of that, where you have held yourself, where maybe you felt others were holding you back, but it is more about you, how you have held yourself back, and then in turn, how it creates this sort of level of entrapment or feeling or being held back, not being able to grow. This relationship was not able to grow, or you see that there's no real growth, or you're able to see that there's a need for more growth before any such relationship can take off. So the relationship with yourself is growing, though. Even if you had to let go of something or someone, a job, a career, or a person or place. Across oceans, or crossing oceans, or seeing through passage of time and movement, seeing bodies of water. That is also very cleansing, the meditative aspect, the shimmer, something in the glimmers, which is very psychological. Seeing the glimmers again, seeing what is actually worth investing time. 7 of Pentacles, Saturn in Taurus. We are in the Saturn hour, so I'm getting a lot of 3 of Swords, Saturn in Libra, 7 of Pentacles, Saturn in Taurus. This is truth in friendships, relationships, people who can feel like your sister or your brother. Aquarius tries to fly out. Can we get more clarity on the situation, the challenge, and the basis of this for the Libra Collective. Thank you so much, Libra, for being here. Happy full moon in Aries. Happy birthday to you. May you prosper. May you be blessed with perfect health. May your blessings increase threefold, tenfold, 12-fold. Okay, virtue, 3 of Wands. Allowing the escape, allowing this to leave you so that you can see what is actually worth going towards, and it actually meeting it halfway, meeting yourself halfway, meeting your divine self halfway. The universe, card 21. We have 3 of Wands, virtue. As a situation, this is you on your own, crossing lands, many lands, and many manifesting, drawing in. But first, close out. The challenge is the closing out. No, there's no need to relive. There's a need to let go, let I don't know what that saying is. Let bygones be bygones. I don't know. Okay, one more card. Attachments, obsessions, anything that wasn't working for you or for your highest good in regards to what you hold on to and what you let, and again, what you allow to be a trap. It is sort of alluring, it's being mesmerized by others, but understanding that that magnetic quality is you yourself. You're needing to let go so that you are magnetically drawn towards where you are actually, where your higher, where your divine self, your mirror self wants to take you. Your twin flame wants to take you here. Libra, what's good? What's good with the twin flame, baby? Okay, I know. I kid. I get caught up in the Scorpio. And the Scorpio energy catches me here. Princess of Cups. Yes, we want to take you. This Pisces energy wants to take you. What can you leave behind? You've left everything behind. You keep leaving it behind. You feel left behind. Continue to honor that process. Continue to go through the process. And here you are, material gain after seeing the fruits of your labor, and then honoring that you no longer want to work on that because you've met your divine counterpart. Okay, where does the flame clarify, purify your flame, purify the fire, cull the fire, and purify the flame, tame the flame. Okay, 2 of Cups, love, higher conscious, higher level of love. Princess of Cups, guidance, slowly but surely. Your ancestors, your guides, your spiritual guides, the planets, the stars, whoever you believe in, they want this continual release so that you can gain. There are contracts that you actually love, or you have many options that you're trying to figure out what actually will work for you. But there's a lot of emotional upheaval, a burst of emotions as you get older, a birthday cry, finally crying it out, finally seeing the truth in the tears, in the salt, the wise salt. The tears become wise salt. A new level of understanding as you move forward, moving forward past Four of Cups, past, not unable to see this, but just the need to experience the karma through soulmates. Okay, as such is Libra. That is the Libra. That is to be Libra. Okay. Very much in again, there's a lot to say about removing impurities. So purifying and cleansing, yes, because it seeing too much pleasure in that. There's like an addictive quality or obsession in that relationship, or wanting the desire to have something, or even if you do have it, that spellbinding, mesmerizing, needing to separate. Okay, currently for the Libra collective, see, you are magnetic. You're also being whisked away. Domestic magic, kitchen magic, fire in the fire. Aries and Pisces, full moon in Aries, reminding you of what to take with you. What will you take along? There's a lot more in the magic, understanding of the new level of magic that you possess, and more so what you're being drawn towards. Here's the Seven of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, the Well, and the Nine of Cups, Jupiterian energy coming in the future, in the upcoming near future. Okay. You have manifested many new options. We already encountered that magic, but be observant, allow your experience again, the knowledge from previous experience, so it could feel the same, right? Like, we've been getting that a lot, the spiritual spiraling up, how to curtail self-sabotage, how to not fall into self-sabotage by understanding that not every option is meant for you or right for you. A lot to say about the magic and the planets, shamanistic. Did we mention like going to see a shaman or a doctor that can help you to funnel the magic? Okay, planetary magic, following this is Venus in Scorpio, which Venus will eventually venture into Scorpio very soon, in about like 2 months, I believe. Seeing your manifestation arrive then, okay? It already has happened, this lesson in time. There's a lot to say about friendships, lessons through friendships, through loss of friendships. You could be, this is Mars in Scorpio, you could be a masculine with Scorpio, Libra, Scorpio, or fire elements in your first house, 12th house. Okay, sorry, I don't know why I picked this one up. It's the Ace of Cups. Okay, where do you stand in your power? What is the full moon in Aries illuminating for the Libra collective? Where do they stand in their power? Thank you so much, Libra. Happy birthday. I can't say that enough, right? What did you wish for? Okay, look. Now finding support where you were not able to find support. Again, maybe there is fear in aligning with friendships again, but these are good friendships. These are supportive, okay? The work that you want, the work that you've called in, that will pay off. See, you've manifested this through a lot of self-evaluation, self-reevaluation, rebuilding your heart around you in your environment. Around you in your environment, still a lot of fear, still the need to let go, or this could be that contract coming in that you've been working for, working towards, working to accomplish or gain or attain. Okay, there's a lot of fear in working with others, so you could be wanting to hire someone, or you could be needing the help of someone, meaning you need to hire someone for help, support, structure, architectural design structure, those sorts of things, who can help you to create what you want to create. You are a creator as well. Okay. And karma. A lot of karmic developments. Have you learned this lesson? You've been through the hard part, and now you understand how to guard yourself, protect yourself from losing, from being at the tail end of losing, or letting the tumultuousness or allowing these relationships to turn into more devastation rather than keeping the promise and allowing them to flourish. But now you understand how to guide them and how to guide yourself, most importantly. Listening to internal guidance as well, okay, in your hopes and fears. You are hopeful that this person has changed, or that these people that are new in your life you've made it to the right pastures, that you're not just being embellished with the grass is greener. But this means you have to allow it. You have to walk away from those fears. The outcome? Because we have the mirror, right? Like, you've been shown the truth. Wow, look, lifestyle change, leaving behind that does not help or work for you. The truth, honor that you may want others to change. This will require ultimately for you to come into a new level of self-understanding, taking care of yourself first and foremost, knowing that when you allow fear to come in, that essentially creates the downfall. This is not to blame you or shame you or create guilt, but absolutely not. Like, there have been times when you have been taken for just that and not treated rightfully, getting the proverbial backstabs, right? Like, you've been put into these salty situations, and now you've walked away from a lot of that. I think more about it, more so what I want to mention is that you're no longer willing to entertain such emotional impurities. More so, it could be about how you protect yourself once again, releasing yourself from. It could be that allowing others to affect you, which allows some other situations to be affected, allowing others to affect the way you treat yourself, and then in turn how you treat others. That may not have anything to do with situations. So it is more like reactive through fear, right? Again, for example, like being too fearful to work with others or too fearful to trust others because of previous, where you've been previously crossed, but now you understand that there were many lessons in what has happened where you were not protected. Now release that and learn from it, move towards the truth to honor that you are changing, you are creating the change to rise above this. These are serious. It is Saturn's day during the Saturn hour. We have like 9 more minutes before it goes into Jupiter, but this message is going and I'm burning up. I don't understand why. You got me burning up, baby. Okay. I mean, we do have the double twice. Don't worry, you are freed, right? We have card 20, freed, freedom, with the Ace of Swords. So we have Scorpionic, Uranus, and Pluto. A change, a whole new you. Life is different now. Life will be different. 8 of Cups, Saturn in Pisces. Mars in Capricorn. Venus in Scorpio. Death with Saturn in Capricorn. And then 4 of Cups, the Moon in Cancer. You understand intuitively. Now process. Cut away. Okay. Clarity on the Page of Cups and 7 of Cups. Or Page of Pentacles and 7 of Cups. So Scorpio energy. Again. Spiritual understanding of why this happened, why you took the fall, or why the fall occurred, why the devastation, but now turning to see what is actually growing in your favor, okay? Wow, this message is so intense, Libra. Can we get more clarity on the Page of Pentacles and 7 of Cups? So we have a lot of Scorpio energy here. As we would have it, 7 of Cups. But look, you go from the Page of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. Now seeing the options for what they really are and no longer being fixated on how many options you have, but actually determining which ones are good for you. So you're letting go of a lot, and it may seem like, okay, you have to get rid of a lot, but income's in income, right? Okay, and then clarity on the Ace of Swords and Judgment. Out of worry, out of stress. Here we go. An offer, taking a leap of faith, moving now, letting something go, the sale of something. Okay. Yes, it is like the release. So it could be letting the lease go, releasing, resale. Okay. Receiving income, money paid. More clarity, please. Karmic justice and yes, the full restart, refresh. I was in the Virgo reading, right? Swiftly coming in, your options open back up. Making sure you're maybe receiving a lot of offers, making sure you are clear on which offer you do want to take. A lot of movement, a lot of swift movement, crossing lands, okay? Letting go of a lot of relationships, a lot of ways of being and doing, basically more so the way you're thinking is changing, okay? You've learned many a tough lessons, Mars in Gemini, and then we have Mercury in Sagittarius. We have the earthly Capricorn. A lot can change in the next 3 to 4 months. In Sagittarius season, Capricorn season. Wow, okay. Cool. It's not too long until then, right? A victory. Will you show up the same, or are you telling me you're showing up differently? The Emperor, getting back in order, getting back in shape, okay? Aries, and then Jupiter and Leo. Is it Jupiter and Leo? Yes. Victory, exaltation. Okay. The worst is behind you, right? 10 of Swords and then this 0 earthquake card. The worst is behind you. And then we have the seed and the death card, which means something is growing anyway. And it could just be the way you're dissolving a lot of solutions. You're finding the right one, the seed, the one option that can actually grow, that you can grow from. And this is a spiritual lesson that then allows you to let go of what isn't working. And it may feel disparate, is that the word? Like very, like nothing to show, nothing to see, but you manifested this anew, okay? There could even be someone magical helping you to see where you need to put attention and what you need to clear out, especially your emotional health and your physical health has a lot to do with it. How does 7 of Cups clarify 7 of Cups, right? Too many options, Libra. We do have shadow aspect of Libra with the King of Cups, so Scorpio, learning how to handle the new that's coming in, that you're working for, that allowing people to help you, to give to you, inheriting a new level. It's a new type of inheritance, or in the inheritance is involved in receiving income and money. Maybe working differently is what you're inheriting. You're not inheriting the trauma. You're not holding on to the past troubles with what caused you to become fearful of working with others, okay? Will you show up differently, and will you do it differently? Success, victory is at hand. Will you allow it to come? If you do take the leap of faith, if you do move from this, things may come swiftly, the change may come swiftly. You will honor that you have learned a lot from these past partnerships. Now you allow new to arrive, okay? It also entails a lifestyle change. More so, the truth opens you up to this leaving a lot behind, walking away from a lot, especially fears and how you handle your fear of working with others. Okay, Libra, that was intense. Hit like, hit subscribe. I hope that helps. Please take only what resonates. Leave me a comment, say hi, subscribe if you're still here. Thank you for coming along for the ride. If you've been subscribed, thank you so much. And hit like, and I'll be back, okay? Ciao, happy full moon, and happy birthday.